You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
So, guys, we need to talk again about the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. Now, that fight actually came on pretty late last night. The undercard fights were really, really great because those were actually real boxing matches. But of course, you know, the main event was Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Now, I've never watched a Jake Paul fight. Why? Because he's not a real boxer. I tuned in to see Iron Mike. Now, I didn't expect Iron Mike to be 1987 Mike Tyson. Of course not. I mean, if that Mike Tyson actually got into the ring with Jake Paul would have been done in 10 seconds. But this is a 58-year-old Mike Tyson. Now, guys, the gloves were not the standard gloves in a real boxing match. Also, the rounds were short, and they were 2 minutes instead of 3. This is fake. This was not a real fight, okay? It was not a real fight. And by the way, guys, near the end of that fight, actually like the last 10 seconds, Jake Paul stopped fighting. He just stood there and then he bowed to Mike Tyson. If this was a real fight, folks, Mike Tyson could have knocked him out with one punch. But Mike Tyson didn't do it. When I saw that, guys, I knew for sure that this was a fake fight. Because if it wasn't fake, why in the world would you actually leave your guard down and bow? Because a real boxer would have knocked you out. Just that simple. But Netflix puts out here 60 million households around the world tune in live to watch Paul versus Tyson. The boxing mega event dominated social media, shattered records, and even had our buffering systems on the ropes. Yeah, your buffering systems were awful, Netflix. And I believe that's the real reason why this fight was actually going viral. Because of all of the buffering issues. Man, I put that out on X, man, that my connection of Netflix just went out. It started going viral. It was going viral, man. Also, what was actually going viral too, not the fight, was Mike Tyson's butt cheeks. Yeah, this dude gave an interview, man, before the fight. Then he turned around to walk away, and boy, he was bare ass. Yeah, that was going viral too. But the actual fight, not going viral because there was really nothing to see. But this was a big event on Netflix, though, still. 60 million people. Now, to be real, nobody tuned in for Jake Paul. He's had other fights, and there was nowhere in the world he was going to get 60 million people to watch him because he's not doing real fights. But also, by the way, guys, check this out. I saw this and I was stunned because this, my friends, is a leaked script of the fight beforehand. Now, could there actually be more scripts out there? I'm not really sure. I believe this whole thing was scripted here, folks. However, there's a stipulation here because this script here actually predicts that that Jake Paul was going to knock out Mike Tyson in round 5. It didn't happen like that. Didn't happen. Actually, Jake Paul wasn't even trying to knock out Mike Tyson. Matter of fact, Jake Paul actually came out and said that. He actually said he was not trying to knock out Mike Tyson. That also tells you, folks, that even though this actually goes on that boxing record, now for Mike Tyson, this probably didn't mean anything. But Jake Paul actually got a W over Mike Tyson. Yeah, this ain't on the same level as Kevin McBride getting the win, Evander Holyfield, or what's the other fighter I'm thinking of? Lennox Lewis. Yeah, doesn't count like that. It's just an official loss on Mike Tyson's record, but it means nothing. Just like the W doesn't mean anything for Jake Paul. But look at this here, man. This actually came out before the fight. It says round 1. The opening bell rings and Tyson, showing flashes of his old form, immediately stalks forward with his signature bob and weave style. Paul maintains distance, circling the ring cautiously. Tyson lands a few jabs, but Paul's youth shows in his superior mobility. Paul connects with a quick 1-2 combination before retreating. Tyson's timing appears slightly off. His punches a fraction slower than in his prime. That's to be expected right there. I mean, he showed a little bit of flash in early rounds, but by round 3, man, his legs were gone. Round 2, Tyson comes alive, cutting off the ring more effectively. He lands a thunderous left hook to Paul's body that draws a collective gasp from the crowd. Paul weathers the storm, using his reach advantage to pepper Tyson with long jabs. The younger fighter's stamina becomes evident as he bounces on his toes while Tyson's breathing grows heavier. Round 2. Now, late in the fight, Tyson was definitely breathing hard. Round 3. Paul gains confidence, starting to plant his feet more. He lands a sharp right cross that momentarily stuns Tyson. The former champion responds with a vintage combination, but Paul slips most of it. The speed difference becomes more apparent as Paul begins finding his range with his jab. Tyson's legendary movement starts to slow. That's in round 3. Round 4. Fatigue sets in for Tyson, though his punches still carry devastating power. Paul established his rhythm, landing increasingly clean shots. A particularly sharp right hand opens a cut above Tyson's left eye. We know that didn't happen. Mike Tyson's face wasn't even bruised in this fight. But anyway, the old champion bulls forward, trying to close the distance, but Paul's footwork keeps him just out of range. The tide is turning. Round 5, the decisive round. Paul, sensing Tyson's fatigue, begins to press forward more aggressively. He lands a crisp 3-punch combination that bats Tyson to the ropes. As Tyson tries to weave away, Paul times him perfectly with a devastating right hand that catches him flush on the chin. Tyson's lids buckle and he drops to the canvas. The referee begins to count, but Tyson, despite his warrior's heart, cannot beat the 10 count. Winner, Jake Paul by KO, round 5. That didn't happen. Mike Tyson wasn't really in any true danger of being injured. He wasn't. He never got in trouble on the ropes as far as I can see. I mean, this was really like a glorified sparring session, guys. It was a very, very boring fight. Now, this script is wrong here. And this script, maybe there was other ones. But I'm pretty sure you know that Mike Tyson and Jake Paul definitely did agree to script the fight. No doubt about it. Jake Paul said, you know what? I'm not going to hurt you. I'm not going to knock you out. Don't knock me out either. But I believe it was apparent, man. Mike Tyson actually said he had an injury with his legs, but his legs were done. They were done. And when you're a boxer, man, you lose your legs, that's a wrap. That is over, man. But what do you guys think of this? What do you guys make of this script right here, man? Obviously, the match didn't go to script at all. Not like this, anyway. But there was definitely a script out there for Tyson and Jake Paul. I mean, Jake Paul got his money. Actually, I believe he's getting $40 million. Mike Tyson is getting $20 million for this fight. So a $60 million purse between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson. So there you have it, guys. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.